We're not even halfway through the new California legislative session, and already Democrat politicians have killed 10 wildly popular bills that enjoy 70% support of California voters, but they got unceremoniously killed in the state legislature. Coming up, I've got a list of the top 10 great bills Democrat politicians killed and what we're doing to fight back. I'm Carl DeMaio, chairman of Reform California and a California state representative representing District 75 in the state assembly. We're not even halfway through the 2025-2026 legislative session. Usually what I say is we should basically go up to Sacramento and vote no on every single darn bill that the Democrats propose, because typically their bills are bad. But I also say, give Democrats the chance to do the right thing. I always want to give the Democrats the chance to do the right thing. And that's why in my office, I've chosen not to focus on inconsequential bills, changing a little thing here or there. I said, no, go big or go home. Let's introduce bills that have 70% support from California voters. Widespread support, Democrat voters, Republican voters, everyone in between. Let's introduce them. Let's let the Democrats have a chance to consider them. And if they kill the bill, take it to the people. And by the way, Democrats like to kill bills without a vote. What I've been able to do through parliamentary procedure is force a recorded vote on them killing the bills. Because I want a list of names to take to the voters in the 2026 election and say, these are the representatives that had a chance to vote for these 10 bills, and they voted for each of them. They voted to kill each of them. They voted them down. And if the voters aren't happy with that, well, hopefully we get some change in Sacramento, and hopefully that will result in breaking the supermajority. Before I get into the list of 10, I want you to join the fight to not only get these 10 bills passed, but help us go to those districts where those Democrats consistently vote against good ideas like the 10 we're about to talk about. And let's take those blank hats out of office. The only way we can do that is if you go to reformcalifornia.org and join the fight. At reformcalifornia.org, we have not only all the news that educates voters as to what's really going on in state government, to expose the corruption, the wasteful spending, the failures, but we also have our voter guides. We have the candidate recruitment programs. Our ballot measures for voter ID, the Taxpayer Protection Initiative, killing the mileage tax. All of these programs are on that headquarters site, reformcalifornia.org. When you go to that site, do two things. Number one, sign up. Sign up at the bottom of the website so that you're tethered with our growing movement statewide to take back our state. This way, you'll know what's going on in your area, but you'll also get a customized voter guide over email with all of the propositions, local and state, on your ballot, and all the candidates, even judge races, all the way up to school board, city council, county board, and of course, to the top of the ticket. Please sign up at that website, first name, last name, email, phone, and zip code. You'll be tethered into our growing movement statewide. Also, please chip in a contribution. We cannot wage the fight alone. You're going to walk through these 10 bills and you're going to say, wow, these guys are doing great work. Well, we can't do that work without your help. So please chip in a contribution today at reformcalifornia.org. All right, let's talk about the 10 bills that we've already seen killed by Democrats in the state legislature that are widely supported. The first is banning illegal immigrants from receiving Medi-Cal so that we can safeguard Medi-Cal healthcare services for the most neediest of our California residents. Medi-Cal is the low-income healthcare program. Unfortunately, Democrats, Governor Gavin Newsom, allowed illegal immigrants to get free healthcare at taxpayer expense, and now it has bankrupted Medi-Cal. That's put the health coverage of poor people in our state at risk. So I introduced a bill, AB 18, that would have ended that. Democrats killed the bill. We then narrowed it down just to the Medi-Cal funding, offered an emergency amendment in the budget, and they killed that amendment as well. And we have a recorded vote on it. Second, the high-speed rail project is a boondoggle. Started out as $8 billion cost to taxpayer, and it would go from LA to San Francisco, and it would be done by 2020. $8 billion has become $135 billion. LA to San Francisco has become Modesto to Merced. And getting it done by 2020, this train ain't ever getting done. It's nothing more than a grift project for campaign contributors to politicians to get kickbacks at taxpayer expense. That's why the project will never get built. It'll just keep going. The money will keep flowing. Taxpayers will keep getting fleeced, rinse and repeat. We offered an amendment on the budget, and this was Budget Bill SB 100. Democrats voted down the amendment in a recorded vote to kill the high-speed rail train. Third, voter ID. Assembly Bill 25 would require require a citizenship verification in order to register to vote, and would require voter ID to return a ballot. And 70% of Californians support this. Democrats killed AB 25. Coming in at number 4, the fourth bill that they killed, stop the placement of violent predators who have engaged in inappropriate activity with minors. I can't say it on YouTube or we'll be demonetized. They're called SVPs. Okay, the S stands for something. S blank violent predators. Assembly Bill 22, we would prohibit SVPs from being placed in residential communities. Democrats voted that down. And I represent a district in San Diego that has received 90% of SVPs released in the last 10 years, placed in my communities. It's dangerous. It's got to stop. Democrats voted it down. Coming in at number 5, natural gas appliance bans and the EV mandate to ban gas-powered cars. We have a bill that would have eliminated the ability of unelected bureaucrats in the California Air Resources Board or any other agency from banning gas-powered appliances or gas-powered cars. We believe that that's a decision that should be forced on the legislature, not unelected bureaucrats. And frankly, you know my position. I don't think the government should be telling you what you can drive or what appliance should be in your kitchen. Assembly Bill 1238, killed by Democrats. Coming in at number 6, education savings accounts. Assembly Bill 19 would have given the parents, all parents in California, starting with low-income parents, but then phasing it in to higher income, but all parents would be given education savings accounts, school vouchers. They would get school choice. They can send their children to a public school, private school, charter school, homeschool, whatever school that meets their needs. If a bad school is out there, then the parents can at least have the choice to take their kids to another school. Democrats killed Assembly Bill 19. They want parents to have no choice, no voice, no control, no mobility. Those kids are stuck in bad schools. Coming in at number 7, allow police to remove squatters within 72 hours if they don't have a lease or proof of payment of rent. Assembly Bill 897, killed by Democrats. And I can't even imagine why. I mean, squatters, you've seen the horror stories on TV, and it's a predatory nightmare where a homeowner, a landlord gets in there, and 98% of units are owned by a family, an individual has less than 2 units. Okay, so we're not talking about a big corporation that can absorb these losses of squatters, no rent, and all the damage they're doing. So this is very predatory. It's a nightmare when you have a squatter in the state of California because you can't get rid of them. And many times it's the landlord, the owner of the home, that's arrested because they get upset saying, this person's in my home, get them out now. Sorry, ma'am, but you're trespassing. It's my home. Nope. Under California law, possession is 9/10 of the law, and you're trespassing on this person's rightful property. This is how bad it is. So Assembly Bill 897 would reverse the whole process so that if someone is at a residence and they don't have a lease and they don't have proof of payment, they're given 72 hours warning to get out. They're also told if you have any proof, you can take that to a court within 7 days to basically not have to leave and at least have the courts look at it. Democrats wouldn't even allow that due process. Very common sense bill. And I get a lot of people saying, why are we giving them 72 hours? I'm like, look, we have to make sure that this is a constitutional process, but I thought I was being fair and balanced here. So do voters. Voters support Assembly Bill 897 by a 70% margin. You're seeing the theme here, right? I'm only introducing the 70% bills. They're big bills. They're very meaningful reforms, but I'm not going to water it down saying, ooh, gee, I wonder what the Democrats are willing to offer us in terms of compromise and reform. No, give the people a solution and then turn to their leaders and say, you should adopt this solution on behalf of the people. And if they vote no, let the people know. That's our approach. No more milquetoast, no more watered down. Solve the damn problem. Give the politicians an opportunity to actually do the right thing. And when they don't, light a fire under their you-know-what at the ballot box. All right, going on to our last three bills. Cap and cut insurance reform, Assembly Bill 567, would have required insurance regulatory reform, would have required fire management reform, because those are the two issues that are causing our insurance industry to be completely out of control. But in the meantime, we would cap what the homeowner has to pay by giving homeowners a rate relief rebate from the state budget, because the state's been collecting billions of dollars of insurance taxes for years. My view is we should give that money back. Since the state politicians screwed up the insurance market, they shouldn't be able to keep any money from the insurance tax. Do you know that the politicians profit when your insurance rates go up? Because they have an excise tax on every insurance policy, billions of dollars in the state budget. Every time your rate doubles, they get double the tax revenue. Do you understand why they don't want to fix the problem now? They profit off of your rate increases. So Assembly Bill 567 would have capped and cut the insurance rates you have to pay. Democrats killed the bill. Here's another one, Balanced Budget Accountability Act. It's also called the DOGE California Act. ACA 13, killed by Democrats. And finally, and this is no surprise, AB 26, End the Politicians' Perks Act. This would have banned gifts to politicians, banned their use of campaign funds for luxurious travel trips around the world. It would have banned insider trading. They wouldn't be able to trade stock with insider information. It would have imposed a lifetime lobbying ban on politicians. It would have required that they live under the same laws as the rest of us, no exemptions. Would have eliminated their lavish pensions and gold-plated retirement packages that they vote themselves in at the local level. In other words, politicians should be in public service, not public enrichment for themselves. Instead, Democrats killed the bill. All these bills, 70% support. And I now have recorded votes. And there's other bills that I can offer above the 10. We've got like 25 bills that we were working on. And so there's more to come. And there will be more dead bills that will pile up and more recorded votes of politicians killing good ideas. Then we will use that against them in the upcoming election. That's our model at Reform California. We are not going to use the playbook of California Republican politicians that basically say, oh, let's just beg the Democrats for crumbs and see what they're willing to compromise on. No, there are problems in the state. Offer a solution to the people. Introduce the bill in its pure form. Fix the problem. Don't settle for less. Call the vote. Get a recorded vote and then shove it up there. You know what, in the election. Because when more and more bad votes pile up, more and more voters will say enough. These people have to go. And we'll flip enough seats to break the supermajority. And I always say politicians don't care what you say in an email to them. They don't care what letter you send them. They don't care what sort of hearing testimony you provide when you go to Sacramento. They only speak one language, the ballot return. When one of their friends in the legislature loses their seat because they voted for a bunch of good things that the voters wanted and they didn't give them, that's when these politicians start seeing the light, when they feel the heat. So go to the website, reformcalifornia.org, sign up, and also please chip in a contribution. Also share this video with your friends. I gave the bill numbers so they can read the bills themselves. They can search the state of California legislative database. They're great proposals. I knew they would probably be killed, most likely be killed, but I basically wanted to set the Democrats up. Give your opponents the opportunity to do the right thing, and when they don't, punish them for it. Go to the website, sign up, share it, share this video, subscribe to the channel. That's how you can help us build this movement out. That's how you can spread the word to so many Californians that are not even aware of this. That's how we take our state back. We can do it. Join the fight. Until next time, I'm Carl DeMaio, Chairman of Reform California and a California State Representative. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. But before you click away, please subscribe to this channel and click that notification button so you get updated when we post new episodes. Plus, like this video and share it with your friends so that we can help spread our message across the state. Reform California with Carl DeMaio is paid for by Carl DeMaio for State Assembly.